Hey everyone, welcome back to the Graygrie Show. I'm your host as usual, Graygrie, and today we have another special guest, Kevin here, come to talk to us and with us about what else? Everyday topics, things you're interested in, and some new and creative stuff. So we're going to learn a little bit about him, what he's interested in, some things he has concerns about in society, and who knows what else may happen. So without further ado, I'm going to get the mic to Kevin, and let him introduce himself and see where we go. All right, everyone. Kevin, how's it going?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Not bad, not bad. First of all, I want to thank you for coming by. I know it's a long drive, it's late, Friday night. You're young, y'all got lives to live. So hey, I appreciate your time.
Yeah, no problem.
So hey, so this is our first time meeting. So
Right.
this is all new, off the head. This is brand new, maybe 15 minutes. So let's open up a little bit. Just tell us a little about yourself.
Well, I'm Kevin. So, I do tattoos. I'm a cook, and
Oh, okay.
I like to, do sport. Play sports. Stay active.
Okay.
So I gotta keep up.
All right. So you do tattoos. That's interesting. How long you been doing that?
About 4 or 5 years on and off.
Okay. You good?
Yeah, I'm pretty straight.
That's the right thing to say. You
Yeah,
good.
pretty straight.
Now, what got you into doing tattoos? So before you answer that, because I'm gonna say right off, I got 20 years in trying to figure out what kind of tattoo to get. I'm still trying to figure it out. So that's something that's like to me. It's like when you do a tattoo. If somebody do a tattoo, my thing is it's there permanent. You might be able to change it later on. So I'm hesitant to do it.
Right.
So for me, when you say you're a tattoo artist, that means you get people coming in with all kind of crazy ideas, shit they want to do. So first of all, what got you into it? But then how's that whole interaction go down?
Okay. Well, basically, what got me into it is because I got a few tattoos and I liked it, and I liked the whole process of like how like things were set up and just the whole tattooing experience is just like amazing to me. So,
Yeah.
I want to, and I'm like I was an artist already. I was drawing and doing blueprints for welding classes and stuff like that. So I thought like all my skills would correlate to being able to be a better tattoo artist. 'Cause,
Yeah.
I have fine attention to detail. So
So it's like it's a natural progression. So you're obviously creative.
right.
So I mean, what kind of clients? What kind of clients you have?
It ranges from all over, from black to white. I have a lot of white clients, so, but all over. Bikers, cooks,
Oh, okay.
tattoo artists themselves.
Hmm. Okay, that's interesting. So now you said you're also a cook.
Mm-hmm.
So that's did you start? You started as a cook, or are you like a sous chef, or because I was a cook, but I was never professional. I did the job.
Yeah,
but,
I'm just doing the job. Doing the job.
Way to pay the bills until things go on.
Just a little, just make sure you get a check every week.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay, that's pretty interesting, man. So, I mean, what kind of what are some of the favorite tattoos, or what are your specialties? 'Cause-
Anything like natural or realistic, roses, skulls, anything that is nature. You
Oh,
know what
okay.
I'm saying? Like anything that like you can pack a whole bunch of color in or a whole bunch of realism shading. And I like doing those kind of things.
Okay, so like I saw what they did. Like I don't know if they call it like invisible tats, or like the ones that
The glow in the dark.
yeah, something like that. Where you don't see them at one angle. I guess the light changer. You change the perspective of it.
You have to have a certain kind of light. I think they're showing them black light.
Oh,
Yeah. So.
okay. Yeah, because I was like, I know, shoot, I don't know how long ago it was, but I had this idea where I was gonna get like this big old graphic across my back, and I was like, man,
Yeah, it's gonna be invisible.
well, no, I wasn't gonna be invisible. This is way before I even do that. But you mentioned like the colors and things. I was gonna go through the whole thing and get that. But like I was thinking about it, I was like, man, how do I find the right dude to do it, a person to do it really? Because once it's there, if it don't look right, I'm kind of stuck with it.
Yeah.
So I mean, when you were when you do your job work, like do your tattoos, I mean, are you working with the same people, or how do you when you work with people that other tattoo artists, you know, do you guys kind of pick up off each other? Is there like
Oh yeah,
how do you kind
definitely,
of interact? It's like,
definitely. Well, you wouldn't be a great tattoo artist if you didn't learn from other ones.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like everyone starts, everyone needs help starting out tattooing because you have no clue how to do it, and it's like not something that everybody knows how to do. So you
oh yeah,
obviously need somebody to help you. Just show you the basics of like how things go, like
right.
like how thick skin is, and like just how to make sure you keep your area clean, things are sterilized, and things
Sanitary,
like
yeah,
that. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
You don't want anybody walking out with a tattoo 2 days later got
Right,
bumps
you know
and
what I'm
razors
saying?
all
Some
over.
bumps and
They're like,
you
damn, what happened to me?
right. But, you don't want that. Definitely want to keep everybody clean.
Oh, okay. Yeah, definitely want to do that. That go without saying. Okay. So, like, comparison to TV, because I'm going to go there next. Because, like, all the ink tattoo shows on, the competitions, I see the ink slingers, they had the tattoo competition where they had people going in there doing tats on random people. And I'm like, how realistic is that? I mean, TV it's TV, so it's obviously done for entertainment, but in the real world, because I'm just out from outside looking in, I'm a
Right,
customer,
right.
and I think you're the first person I've ever met that's actually done tattoos.
Mm.
So, how closely does that resemble the real world?
Um, See, now there are tattoo conventions to where you can, get like raffles for free tattoos and stuff like that,
Hmm.
whatever or whatnot. So like it is pretty, pretty
Close
realistic.
to real,
Yeah,
actually.
yeah. So you definitely get work. You know what I'm saying? You just have to know the right people and know who to call. So
Yeah.
you can get to those kind of events.
Oh, okay.
Those kind of shows because I think Inkmaster, all you have to do is email them and then they pick out of all hundreds of emails like the skins.
So those are really so the people that go through it. You really are there's really opportunity to get to that level. It's not like because I'm thinking like you see it on TV. It's like okay, all right, they apply. They say they apply. They do this stuff, but that really is the way they do it. I'm thinking maybe they already have a set group of people.
Group of people.
Yeah, when they say okay, you guys are interested, apply. We're gonna see you out of this group. But it's really just like if you go to Detroit or Texas or Miami, whatever, whoever is
Yeah,
applying,
they
the
have
best out
like
of the best is what they get.
yeah, they'll have like some kind of casting call or something like that
Okay.
for the show, and then like they'll be like, well, we're gonna do this theme for the show. Would you be interested in getting a tattoo based upon this theme? But you can't choose your artist
Oh,
because
okay.
you never know
Right.
who your artist will be because they end up you tell them like kind of what you want to get,
Mhm.
and then your artist is chosen by the show.
Oh, okay. So they basically you get a guideline kind of idea.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So let me ask you this. So
Mhm.
tattoo artists in general, typically are labeled as creative people, as such they are.
Mhm.
But they're also kind of looked at as being a little unique.
Yeah.
I don't want to use the word. Well, I will use the word odd because I, as trade, I was a web developer,
Mhm.
and I got into that because I had an interest in drawing.
Right.
And from drawing, I like building stuff.
Mhm.
So I was always just putting stuff together and creating stuff.
Right.
So how did your path kind of? I mean, before you even got to adulthood, you started doing it professionally, working in the industry. When you were younger, if you look back, can you see how you kind of blazed the path or got to where you are now? What kind of what drove you in this direction?
Yeah. Well, I didn't initially want to get tattoos per se. Like I think I got my first tattoo when I was 17.
Go ahead.
Or yeah. I got into like some like ruts. You know what I'm saying? So like I just wanted to make like a statement. That I made it out. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah,
So
yeah.
like, then I got my first tattoo, and then from there you get like you kind of want another one, and then like
It come back to
another one.
yeah, it's like it's
And then,
addiction a
like,
little bit.
yeah,
Yeah.
and then like once you get you go through life and you go through all these things, you want to get tattoos for like making it out, or maybe a successful thing. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
happening, like okay, yeah, we'll just get tatted kind of thing. I feel good.
Yeah.
So and then that's how you end up getting a whole bunch of tattoos or whatever.
Gotcha. Yeah. So because I get it. They're kind of like um, their memories,
Mm-hmm.
whether it's achievements,
Yeah.
you know, remember people, accomplishments, things like that nature. They become part of who you are.
Right.
Yeah, that's okay. Okay. So tell me, so what other things you're into? Well, first, I gave you first. I want to take. I want to say something. I want to talk about something. So, cause we were upstairs, we were talking about it. And you guys walked in. The first thing I saw you checking out was my post on the wall. Now, I gotta say, I'm not a comic book nerd. I mean, like, I got friends the grown men that sit in the job talking about, yeah, such and such episode, volume this, such and such, this character, this guy, the Hulk did that. But I will admit, I am a Marvel movie fanatic.
Right.
I mean, it's no.
As you should.
Thank you, thank you.
As you
That's but man,
Yeah, as you should.
I now I'm over 40 years old, and I remember this is pertaining to like the Marvel universe.
Right.
I remember when I first went to go see the first Iron Man movie
Right.
back in 2008. That was 11 years ago. And I didn't get it. It wasn't as big. It wasn't even a foreshadowing that it would get to where it is now.
Right.
But man, so I'm sitting in the theater, we watching it, and they show that end credit scene. And from that day, me and my wife have been to theaters every movie, first showing, first week. We buying tickets months in advance. Tell me, you got that level of commitment to it.
Oh yeah, I've seen everyone. Probably the first or the second day it comes out.
Yeah.
Everyone. I mean, from Ant-Man to Black Panther, Captain America, Thor, all of them. Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
It was all
Yeah.
lit to me.
Yeah.
Like, all lit to me.
Yeah, and it's like, so yeah, from my point, my perspective, on my side, my opinion, getting to like Infinity War last year, my wife will tell you this is not a secret. I literally we both went to that theater with nerves, like shaking, like this is crazy.
Right.
I'm grown as hell. It's I've been in theaters. I think we went to go see Age of Ultron. There was a grown dude sitting next to me. He was older than me. Sitting there on his phone doing business. Totally professional. Totally in his khaki, just chilling. When Vision came on the screen, this dude stood up at his seat and started yelling, "Vision!" Grown. I'm like, it's official. It's crazy.
Yeah.
So it's an event for me. It's an event for us.
Because it brings you back. Like, sometimes when you don't remember everything about the comic books
Yeah.
from when you was little, but you remember some things, and it just jogs your memory in a way that you can't shake, and then it's amazing to like relive that in the theater.
Yes, I see you reference comic books. See, I don't have that comic book. See, that's the thing. See, I got the cartoons.
Yeah, I mean, cartoons.
Yeah, cartoon comic books the same thing. Yeah,
like especially from back in the day, like a lot of the cartoons were like referenced strongly on the comic book, so you pretty much got the whole story anyway.
Yeah, and you really the cartoons were like comic books on screen because they were episodes, so it wasn't like a 2-hour cartoon.
Right.
I remember like watching like I didn't. Characters like Iron Man, I didn't know about too much when I was a kid, but Hulk, Spider-Man, all the other ones we knew about them.
Right.
So it's crazy now, like to me, like to see it like it is now, because I didn't think the idea that they would look this realistic and they could do what they've done, it didn't make sense to me. And somebody told me that it didn't make sense. I grew up on Star Wars,
Right.
and I'm a Star Wars nerd. I'm a bigger Star Wars nerd than anything.
Yeah.
But I grew up on Star Wars. I do the movies. I still do the movies word for word. So don't tell nobody that. I know word for word.
It's cool.
Every movie. So that's cool. And I think the two go hand in hand. Being creative and then comic books, characters. There have been some discussions. It's been things in the media, certain media personalities, without naming their names or whatever, have openly criticized to call them children's movies or adults acting like kids. Or it's something there should be a point to grow up.
Right. I don't get that because why suck the joy out of life? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Yeah.
You can be an adult.
You're not hurting nobody.
You're not, and you can still be an adult, professional, responsible, and enjoy yourself.
Right.
We all gonna die one day.
Right.
You will say that like, I ain't do nothing fun, because I was trying to be all whatever.
I don't want to look at that because kids watch that.
Yeah.
That's stupid.
Yeah.
I watch all kind of animation.
Yeah, that's cool. You're right because you make a good point. Don't suck the joy out of life. I mean, if you constantly got grown up and professional about everything, man, you gonna go crazy. So, yeah, but that's in the media. There's a lot of stuff in the media. So, you know, we were talking about some other stuff before we started. Though you mentioned about, and I'm transitioning to topics here because that's what I do. But anytime you jump in, but you mentioned you had some concerns, and asked me some questions about what's going on with the uh, clothing designers.
Right.
And I think even my last guest was on, he touched on it a little bit. So it's a hot button item. Everybody's talking about it now. So
I just don't understand it. We've been putting a lot of money in, to these high end clothing and fashion designers, and it's kind of like a smack in the face.
yeah,
So, but like it's been out there, but now that we have social media and like all these cell phones and things like that, we have more access to like the crap that's
yeah, been
that's
sliding by for
out there,
years.
You know what I'm saying? So like it's not shocking. It's just like and I didn't like Gucci anyway, but like it's not shocking, but it's definitely it still offends you.
Yeah, yeah, and yeah. It does. It doesn't shock me. It doesn't shock me because you could. I mean, that's like it's like a smoking gun. Like you can see the bullet that's going through the window. You can see the damage. But there's been so many other things over the years that they've always been there.
Right.
But social media is good. It's opened up a lot of eyes to a lot of events. A lot of things going on. A lot of things that they've in the past slid by you and you didn't notice it or didn't pay attention to it. But and things like that. To me, in my opinion, there's a choice.
'Cause I remember. I think Bape used to have nooses around their neck.
I did.
Mm-hmm.
I remember the clothes line. They're still around too, but it has. Yeah,
Yeah, but nobody said nothing about that though.
nobody.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
but that's the thing.
It's like a fashion thing.
Yeah, but again, the media, social media wasn't what it was, what it is now. Then,
Yeah.
so you can look at things two ways. Some people look at it and say, "Well, it's not that big a deal," and they go on about their business and never make a point about it. But it really just takes one person to say, "Hey, man, look at this shit."
Right.
Then you see it, they're like, "Oh," you just get to start. You just start thinking. And it's everywhere. It's a lot of offensive things, and sometimes you look at it, and you say, "Well, in this case, to me, it's clear cut. It's obvious. It's plain."
Right.
And to me, it's like it's really neglectful. They knew, or someone knew, that even if the intention wasn't as such, you should have been smart enough to know what you were doing.
Right. And it's completely offensive. Like,
Yeah,
there was like if you didn't know, there was no thought behind that. You
yeah.
know what I'm saying? So it's
Many people look at that stuff before it goes to market, so it's not like
so they pushed it. They knew like the harm that it would cause, and
Yeah.
they just didn't care.
they weren't concerned with it. But the thing is, had it sold and no one said anything, it could have very well just sold and no one said anything. They're like, oh well, no big deal. And some people like I was talking to a friend of mine. We discussed it. And one thing I brought up was that if you're like 50, 60 years old, or you can be a little older and no one ever told you, you wouldn't really know the reference to it. You had to show somebody why it's offensive. Because I figured I learned nowadays, now at my age, things that are obvious to me or you, or for that matter, anyone, aren't obvious to everyone. So if someone says this is offensive, that's not offensive to me. Well, you have to explain to them why. Now they still say, "Oh, that's fucked up," but I'm still fine with it. That's your choice. But I don't know. I think at this point, things like that happen will only change when you stop buying it.
Yeah.
If you complain, but then you still buy the product, you still wear it, you still support it, they'll still make it. And they may not make the same thing, but they'll still sell, still make money.
Right. But you believe that would be effective?
A boycott?
Yeah.
It depends. It depends on if you do it, if you stick with it. That's the biggest thing. See, it was a time when a boycott actually affected something. In fact, they pushed change. boycotting something for a week or 2 weeks, or even 2 or 3 months, doesn't really shut down product.
Right, you would have to.
You'd have to stop purchasing the product
Period.
for longer than 3 months. I don't know how long it would take, but it would have to impact their stock. Once their stock drops and they see losses in sales and margins start dropping below rent and things like that, then they'll start saying maybe we need to do something more than just pull it off the shelf. Because pulling it off the shelf says we messed up, but it doesn't say that you actually, you know what I'm saying, you actually thought what you did was wrong. It just means that you didn't like it. They probably done it to other clothing lines that weren't racially insensitive, but may have been over sexualized.
Pull those sweaters off the shelf.
I don't know. I haven't heard they. I mean, I've heard they said they were pulling some products, but I don't.
I heard that they said that they apologized for it, but I don't know if they just got rid of the items or
Maybe they stopped selling them in the U.S. I mean, out of sight, out of mind.
right.
Because you know,
No one else cared.
no one else can. Yeah. Who else is buying $300 sweaters? I mean, most of that stuff is sold here. So you're thinking like, if we just stop selling in America, they'll complain. We're still selling in Europe and wherever else they sell that.
Yeah, maybe in the UK.
Yeah, they got different things, but we're so in the U.S. we have clear racial divide. There are lines that are drawn, and it's crazy. But somebody like that, in my opinion, just capitalizes on it. They say, hey, let's go ahead and sell. See if they wear it. They'll wear it. They wear everything else. So.
And then that's why I put it out there, just because like somebody will think this is sweet.
Yeah, somebody will wear it. Yeah, man, you gonna wear it. Yeah.
Somebody gonna be like, oh yeah.
And yeah, what's crazy is that when I first saw the sweater, I didn't see the black one. I saw the tan one with the gray collar, and I was like, "What's wrong with that?"
Right.
I didn't see the black one first. Then I saw the black sweater. I was like, "Oh," I was like, dude, "Why did they have to do it that color? Why did they have to go that way with it? They could have flipped it or done anything else. It just looks
bad.
Yeah, somebody said, "Go ahead." It's like somebody just said, "Oh, we should do red black." Okay, do it. See what happens. It's gonna be fun. Just watch what happens.
See if they get all up in arms about it.
Yeah, and for every person, every black person that complained about it, it's other races out there that don't get it and just still buy the product stuff.
Shoot, it's black people that was buying it. Floyd bought it.
Yeah, Floyd bought it. Yeah, but
well, he didn't buy that specific.
yeah,
But
but
he bought Gucci right there.
yeah.
So, like,
Dude, look, and you know what? With Floyd, I'm like, hey, if you cool with doing that, go ahead and do that. But this is gonna be the backlash you get. I wouldn't say to someone, don't buy it. I'll say I'm not gonna buy it. If you feel comfortable with buying it, and that's where your meter is, you go ahead and buy it. But don't ask me what I think about it. And I'm cool with that. That's why I say like, if a boycott, everyone has to decide not to buy it.
Right.
And they sell so much stuff that someone eventually gonna buy it.
yeah. Like the belts are nice.
They are nice. They are nice.
I like the belts.
Is it? Yeah. See, somebody gonna do that. Somebody gonna say, "Man, these belts are cool. I'm gonna get the belt." It's just the belt.
Loafers are nice.
Yeah.
I like the accessories.
But I didn't buy the sweater though. But see, I didn't buy the sweater. The little emblem, the little caricature they made. I looked at it, I was like, that's a cool idea, but it's a bad execution. I mean, they could have done anything else with it. They just didn't do that.
Right.
So that is what it is, man. I mean,
They got money to do anything else.
they'll do and they'll be doing it way after we did anyway. So I don't have any pride in this. I never had any pride. I looked at the shoes one time. I stood there and looked at them. I think it was like 2009. I saw them. I looked at them. I said, I could buy 3 pair of shoes for those sneakers. And I went and bought some more shoes. And I went to the show we went to eat. So I felt good. And I didn't get them. So that's is it what it is. So
Yeah, it's pointless. All that high end fashion stuff. You only need a couple pieces anyways to make you happy. And that's the only thing it kind of does. It's like you buy something expensive. You
Make
feel
it fit.
good about putting it on and stuff like
Yeah.
that. It's nice, but like you really don't need it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not. It's all superficial at the end.
yeah, a lot of things you want aren't necessarily what the idea that you want it is. It's not a need.
Right.
So yeah. So the other thing I was doing today, I was out going through my little feed, checking out the stories going on. I saw my boy R. Kelly got indicted. I ain't gonna get into too much. I don't want to get into too much space because the brother done. But I will ask one question because it's not so much about whether he's guilty or not. I know that's gonna be handled. I got one question for you. If you had an R. Kelly album or a playlist and you love them songs, and his brother in this situation, are you deleting that playlist?
No,
Why not?
because I don't have nothing to do with that. He makes good music. You know what I'm saying? Like for the longest, it's been him, his team, um, the label. They all been allowing this man to do this. You know what I'm saying? So like it's not. I wouldn't say it's not necessarily all his fault, but you know because like it's been happening. It's like we had the video. We had, the stories, the girls come out, and, it's not been no change. So, it's nothing I can do, do about that. I'm not, I like his music.
Okay, so you can separate the artist from the art, the person from the art, really that way.
Yeah.
So okay, I'm just asking, just
Yeah.
to get the pulse. So, Bill Cosby, the Cosby Show. I love the Cosby Show.
Right.
By that, like, you still watch the Cosby Show?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, like if Will Smith came out and say he was a serial rapist, you think I'm going to stop watching Fresh Prince? No. No.
You okay? Yeah. So you hold the same position I do, and it gets me in trouble, and it creates a. No, I just leave it at that. It gets me in trouble. It creates a heated debate when I bring up with the wrong people, and that's why I asked you that. But because see, here's my thing. What R. Kelly did was bad. What Bill Cosby did was bad. But there are a lot of entertainers who do bad stuff.
Right. Why do I condemn myself for what they do?
Yeah,
I can still watch what they can, what they produce and what,
they
put out, without have done what they've done. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I playing devil's advocate. I think people, generally speaking, people have the opinion that support the artist because the artist gets paid. If the artist goes to jail, but they don't get paid. Yeah. If I had stocks and I had alternate businesses, and for some reason I went to prison for 10 years because I did something unspeakable. Let's say I owned a line of a couple hotels, Foot Lockers, some movie theaters, venues that people frequent, and it's mine. People wouldn't stop going to my places of business.
Right.
Yeah, they wouldn't. Even if they tried to remove me from the board, they would still be my companies. Right. There are tons of businessmen, entertainers who have done things that we still purchase products of.
Right.
So I understand it does create an uncomfortable area, space to work in, but I'm okay with that.
Yeah. At the end of the day, I still want, I'm going to do what I want to do,
Yeah.
It's just, like, you're going to do what you want to do, and then, like, the artists, they're going to do what they want to do. You know what I'm saying? And that doesn't, correlate to, how I react. It's like, if I'm just watching or reading their art or, participating in, what they got going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not directly supporting any of their actions because I don't have anything to do with it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a gray area. I mean, I agree that the people that create commit such egregious acts, they have to pay for it. Something's going to happen to them.
Something should happen.
Yeah. I mean, but at the end of the day, you're still left as the individual make the decision of what you're going to do. Right. I mean, it's an ethical one. It's also a personal one too. So I can't fault anybody for it. But at the same time, I'm not going out and spending new money on the people. Like say, hey, R. Kelly's doing a concert, pay for his legal fees. I'm not going to pay for you to. I'm not going to directly do it. But if I've been listening to music for years, I mean, I can get by with doing that. I mean, I guess in certain areas, certain events, people say, we're not going to play it at this party because people. But personally, if that's a choice you make, that's a choice you make.
Right. I mean, I can see if you don't want to hear the song just because you don't want to hear the song, but like because he may or may not, and we don't know if he's guilty or not. You know what I'm saying? Like he was acquitted the last time, so.
Yeah, he was acquitted last time, but I'm a real dude. Being real, he. I remember when he got off last time, and he got off. And it was like, yeah, you bought that one out. You got lucky on that one, but he was guilty. But he was definitely, in my opinion, he's been doing this for years. Mm-hmm. And like you said, if he's to be held accountable for it, it's not just the people in his circle, but it's the producers outside him. Right. It's the other artists that knew what he was doing. Right. The other artists that said that you work with somebody, the dude ain't right. He got some problems. He do something wrong.
House, you know what I'm saying? Like said, there was multiple cases.
Yeah.
Messed up stuff going on.
He had a lot of stuff going on, yeah. But they walked in, walked out because they were getting paid. So it was like I can't give you a pass because now 20 years later you say I want to speak up. Well, 2010, 2005, where was you then? Right. So you know what I'm saying. So that's just my thought. So yeah. So R. Kelly's kind of hit. Yeah. That's the same. So
yeah, pretty much.
I'm still in 10 years. I'm gonna play one of them songs.
Yeah.
I don't have them on my playlist, but I mean, if I happen to come across one, I'll say, "Hey, remember Fiesta?" I'll play Fiesta.
Right. I'm not gonna stop it because they're timeless.
Yeah.
Some of the songs like.
Yeah. People still listen to Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
And Michael Jackson. So Michael Jackson. Yeah. But we love Michael Jackson. And maybe Michael Jackson was at a time when we were more forgiving on these events. We were like, oh, he's Michael, give him a pass. But looking back on it, people say if Michael Jackson was alive right now, he'd be the next one in line.
I feel like maybe, but like, how many times did you go to trial for that? Like twice?
Yeah, he went a few times. He was on TV. He had a televised deposition. I'd never seen that before. King Pop sitting on TV talking about I did not touch that little boy. And I'm like, wow, this is really happening. Mm-hmm. But, I mean, had that happened now, I'm almost certain he would.
You feel like he'd be indicted?
I think he would.
I mean, I feel like because of the the Me Too movement and all that other stuff that's happening, is like they just going out after everybody. But like, it's been out there. In the entertainment business, it's like a whole bunch of just messed up stuff going on. Homosexuality,
everything
going on. So like,
it's a different world. They've been shrouded behind the curtains, so you don't know it. When I've had friends that went out with work trying to be actors, get to the entertainment industry. They start telling me about actors and people that they know. Did you know what you see on TV that they interacted with? And man, you would believe some of these people what they do. It's a crazy business. But I mean, it's been out there. So I mean, I think anybody when you put Cliff Huxtable in prison, anybody can go.
Right.
And I always go back. I go back to when Paris Hilton? I think Paris Hilton or Nicole Richie, one of them. So Paris Hilton got arrested. When she got arrested, and she spent like 6 hours or something like that in jail, people were upset. They were pissed off. And I said, this is the moment where it changes. I said, because Paris Hilton went to jail. She walked in and walked back out. And they said, she served, it was talking about how many hours, something like she served. I forget what I did, but it was ridiculous. Me and you would take, we be there just for booking for them hours.
Right.
So when that happened, I said, this is about to change. And that kind of signaled a lot of the public's perception of entertainers changing.
Right.
It looked and say, okay, you're not bulletproof. You're not on a pedestal.
Oh yeah, they get anybody. T.I. done went to jail a million times.
They send rappers. they send rappers to jail. They send us to jail.
It's like we say he just made a movie and put him there.
Yeah, put him in jail. Say, when you finish your set, come on, bring your ass to the cell.
Yeah, go to jail. You just got married. Go to jail.
Yeah, congratulations. All right, see, they sent Tupac to jail. They sent Tyson to jail. They sent them all to jail.
Yeah.
Robert Downey Jr. went to jail, but he had to do a lot before he went to jail. I mean, he was in, so. But I mean, rappers go to jail.
Right.
Wesley Snipes went to prison for tax evasion.
He was dumb.
Yeah.
Somebody told him he had to pay his taxes. That's stupid.
And they said,
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. What you mean you don't gotta pay taxes? Everybody else gotta pay taxes.
oh, yeah, that's right. You don't have to pay them,
Oh.
but they gonna send you to jail. You can keep your money.
Right. And then like you had the money when they came either.
Yeah, it's like
where'd all that money go?
Yeah,
You know
it's like, well, I was defrauded. Oh well, you gonna figure out who defrauded you sitting in prison.
Right, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it don't matter now. Whoever your account was is bold.
Yeah, they say, hey man, I don't know what he's talking about.
Let you go to prison. You don't gotta pay no taxes.
Dude, they hit a lot of them. They got a lot of entertainers. They get big black entertainers on tax. They got a lot of entertainers
that
too.
That would be my first thing to do. I'll buy it. My taxes paid. I handle it. But I handle my own taxes.
You know, that's the crazy part about it. But what I heard though is that because I imagine getting that kind of money is hard to manage. Mm-hmm. If you're like an actor or entertainer or a ball player, you moving around a lot. You're gonna have to rely on somebody to help you count that money.
At some point,
yeah. Yeah, and if you operate in a cash business, you on stage, you get paid by this producer, this. You know, you gotta keep track of that money. You could easily, oh shoot, you did report $500,000. When 4 years ago, now the fees hit. Now you owe 1.5. Damn, I ain't made an album. Man, sell something. I gotta get on somebody's TV show.
Right, sure. I mean, you do what you gotta do.
Yeah, you lucky if you can. Who was it? Nicolas Cage. I remember Nicolas Cage got in trouble. He overspent. He had acted. He spent a lot of money on a lot of stuff. Yeah. And he owed money. What he did, he just started making idiot kind of movies. Yeah. He had like 20 movies on Netflix. Like this dude was in Face Off. Now he in some little movie. He said, hey,
Ghost Rider 2 was terrible.
It was horrible, but he did that cheat.
Terrible. I don't want everybody to know. Don't watch.
Was it worse than Green Lantern?
Oh, I feel like they one and the same.
They could have both been direct to DVD.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Both go in the garbage. Green Lantern was trash. It
was so. But Ryan Reynolds is cool, but that movie I was looking at like,
it was trash.
It was bad.
It's completely unmemorable. I can't remember not a single part except for when he made that train. You know.
I just remember him dying in front of the sun. They came and got him. When he was on space, he was in space with they made that was. Yeah. But I was like, why you? But that was bad.
It was a dumb movie. I didn't like it.
Yeah.
I didn't like it at all. Ghost Rider 1 was straight though.
Yeah, that was good. I like Ghost Rider 1, but Ghost Rider 1 was good, so they made a sequel. And he was like,
that was terrible.
As soon as it came on, I was like, this don't even look right. This don't even look like a James Bond movie.
Yeah, it was so trash.
Yeah.
Oh, this is so trash.
You didn't find it. You didn't see it on Netflix. You show it up.
So trash, bro.
Yeah. So I know. I know if I get money like that, I'm paying the taxes. I'm not going to jail for taxes. You hit me with that bill, $2 million.
Right.
Oh.
I would have it saved though. So like, even if I made a mistake, like, oh, okay, well, I got this. Here y'all go. You know
I don't think that's the problem though. I mean, I had a friend who played ball, and when he told me about what happened, they made a lot of money. This is years ago. Not when they making money like they make now, but they're still making good money. He said, man, the cats be living check to check. Because when you making that money like that, it's coming in so fast that you spend it like that. Like, think about it. If you're an actor or a rapper or whatever, you hot for a little while. Or even a ball player, you hot for a little while. You fall off. You still got all that stuff to pay for.
Right.
And then taxes kill you because taxes is they is a bitch.
Right.
So I mean, if you lucky, if you smart, you saving it. But if you saving it, you're not getting tax trouble. That means you good with your money.
Right.
So I imagine I'd imagine it'd be harder than it actually seems like it'll be.
Yeah, it probably is.
Yeah,
it probably is for sure. I mean, especially when you got like, like Evander Holyfield money, you make like close to $14 million a fight. You fight maybe 6 times a year.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So like,
yeah. He bought that mansion in Georgia.
Yeah.
Actually, when I looked at it, I was like, damn. They said the price. I said, man, on paper, I can't even see how that makes sense. I said, I guess you got it. You got it.
That's what I was saying. I was like, a lot of like fighters, they make terrible investments. I'm like, you got a $60 million house, and you know what I'm saying? You only fought 22 times, bro.
Yeah, I'm like,
you know what I'm saying?
You got it, dude. Come on, man. Like, I mean, I know Floyd making money.
Yeah, Floyd make like unfathomable money. Like you can't even think about. Like, I mean, you can think about it, but you can't.
It don't make sense.
Right? You can't understand it. You know, it's like how much money he make. He making $45 million in 33 minutes.
That doesn't make sense. If you average it out, if you spread it out over the time he's working out, it still don't make no sense. I mean, he's working out, preparing for a fight, he get there, he fight, do his thing.
Half the time
Good.
you don't even be working out no
You don't have to.
more. Yeah, because he's just in shape.
He just he got all get ready for the fight a few weeks in advance. But I mean, that's ridiculous money. I mean, but now though, dudes like him, at least I think dudes like him, as compared to Tyson, they making their money fighting and then they promote, so they making money like well, what's his name? Not Chavez. Is it Chavez? Pretty Boy Entertainment, Golden Boy Entertainment. Oscar, yeah, Oscar, yeah. Yeah, see, he making money off of y'all fight. So he got long money. He not in the ring getting a check.
He's getting long money. Yeah, he don't got long money. That boy got drug problems.
Oh, he got drug problems now.
Yeah.
Damn. I ain't seen him in about 10 years. So
Yeah, that boy got drug problems.
yeah,
Yeah, he like cocaine too much.
that's a hell of a drug. That's what Rick James says, a hell of a drug.
Yeah, cocaine is a hell of a drug, but yeah, you can't have a drug problem like that and keep your money.
No, you can't have too many problems to keep money like that. But I ain't know you had drug problems. I kind of lost it last time I saw him like 2 years ago. So
Yeah, but I guess he's still out here promoting. I think he's still with, you know who Canelo is. Right?
Yeah.
He's still with Canelo. So.
Yeah. I hope he clear up. I hope he gets something together. So let me switch up a little bit. So like I said, it's our first time meet. You know, I know Ebony said she was. I always says I remember the day she was born. I was in the hospital the day she was born.
Yeah.
So how did y'all meet? Because I know she told me a little bit, but you know.
Well, we met off of I think social media, and then at first she was like a little hesitant to meet me or whatever because she was like younger or whatever. But then I ended up getting her to come over to my house. We chilled and kicked it for a couple months or whatever, and then we started messing around at that point, and then I think we like just separated for a while. We just been friends for a long time, and then she moved to California, and then came back. And I did a couple things myself, moving around and stuff like that, and then we just came back, and then started hanging out, and now we're in Idle.
Okay, so y'all had that long period of time where y'all were friends. Like we cool, we can hang out a little bit, get to know each other like that, then see how this work out, and then kind of.
Yeah, we've been friends for 10 years.
Wow. That sometimes work the best. You know, you know the person, you know them as a person, know them as a friend first. Cause that's how I always say you gotta like the person you with. If you don't like them, man, you just.
And I don't like a lot of people.
Yeah. it's hard to find people like that to share space with them. And you like that's when you get to know the crust of somebody. You get to know what they really. You come in there and say, man, what did you not flush the toilet? Damn, I'm done you through. So I mean that's cool. So that's yeah. So yeah, I remember shoot. I remember she was a little kid, and her and her sisters always run around. And they was always with us though on the weekends. Nika, my wife would take care of them. They hanging out, come to the house. It's just always just fun. It's crazy seeing them grow up like that. See, because like her and her sisters, all of them, I know them all, and that's the funny thing. You get older, but you don't think you older till you see somebody younger. Yeah.
And seeing them sprout up, and you're like, getting old because they getting older.
They get older, yeah. I started looking at something. I remember when I was your age. Well, wait a minute. Damn. Oh. Yeah. So shoot, man, it's crazy because, like I said, I'm like 42, 43 years old, and when I was younger, like my 20s, I didn't think 40 would have hit. So I'm seeing kids, I'm seeing them when they were little. I'm like, y'all just babies. Y'all just babies. Whatever. I'm doing my thing. And I still feel like that. It's like, you driving and run around. You love it. You gotta know. Beyond this late where you at. You gotta change the mindset. So, but she a good person. She's a good kid. She always been cheerful. That's the funny thing. I like always been like happy
Yeah.
and always like smiling, like hey,
Yeah,
da,
she
da, da.
got a smooth, nice spirit. You know,
Yeah,
she's got
yeah,
a real nice spirit.
yeah. That's cool. So yeah, so and she was talking about you. I think when I talked to her before we guys came out, I talked to her. She started talking about you. She talked like, I was just sitting there listening. I thought she was like 20 minutes in. I'm just like, okay, okay,
And
all
I
right.
think I came in during that conversation. So I'm talking
Yeah,
about,
yeah, you did, yeah.
I was like, okay.
I was like, yeah, talking about. Yeah, it's like this. I was like, yeah, it's like okay, so yeah, so sometimes the talk, she's like, no, I did Kevin. He just like this and this. I never do da 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 da. And I'm like, man, I said, I remember that. I remember that energy. Cause when you young, like that energy when you find somebody, you like you just like every every minute, everything you doing with him, like he's like like like
Yeah, you want people to know about it.
yeah, and you enjoyed it. That's good. I mean, seriously though, cause like y'all know each other for 10 years, and y'all still kicking,
Yeah.
y'all still hanging around each other. That's
Yeah,
you know.
it's a big deal. You know, I definitely recognize that. You know, that's
Yeah.
a big deal or whatever. So
That's cool, man. That's
Yeah.
cool. Well, I'm glad for y'all. Happy for you.
yeah,
It's good for you, man. So, all right. Well, Kevin, hey, this has been fun, man.
yeah, it has.
Yeah, it's been interesting, man. I'm glad to meet you. Glad you came out here and kicking with me.
Yeah,
Uh,
I am too.
I might have to hit you up. I might once I figure out that tattoo. That tat I
Yeah,
gotta
man.
get. I don't know what. I don't know where. I don't know where. I don't know what I want. I'm about to
Get
think
the
about.
Avengers.
See, no, I can't do that. I can't do that because I won't be interested in 5 years.
You
I
say
won't
you
be,
won't be interested in
I'll be interested, but not enough to the point where I say that. Because I had an idea. I had an idea. And
Because I was thinking about doing that.
I was gonna put a Captain America shield, but I was gonna get it torn up. The weather,
Cool. That's cool.
yeah.
That's cool.
But I don't know how that'll play, and then I got I gotta be sure I want it. I gotta be sure I want it. So I'm gonna think about it. If once I get it down, I'm gonna hit you up. I'm gonna hit you up.
Bet.
So, all right, appreciate it. All right, everyone. It's been Kevin. We're gonna put all the contact information, not contact information, but all the links and everything to his content. Cause definitely, if you do a tag, I want to let people know what you're doing. Get some advertisement out there for you.
Yeah.
Get people out there, let them know who you are. You got IG and everything
Yeah.
with some of your work or something like that.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, we're gonna put that out there.
Yeah.
So, again, thanks. We're gonna let everybody know about you. Everyone, make sure you hit the button at the bottom to subscribe. Get the notifications. Make sure you hit the bell at the top. We want to make sure you do that. You got comments, interact in the comment section. It's opened up. I'm looking forward to seeing what you say. All right. Once again, it's been the Graygrie Show. Well, thank you for sticking out through the whole show if you made it to the end. All right. And we'll see you next time with our next show. Take care.